what's going on, people? This is Sinister Jones. I have returned from what I feel has been a much needed, very much needed break. For those that don't know what has transpired within the past 7 months, um, my wife passed away July 31st of 2025, and I have been basically trying to reclaim my life, pretty much. Going through the process of balancing out my work life, my fatherhood, and just basically trying to go through the process of making ends meet and so forth. So I kind of put the podcast on the back burner for an indefinite amount of time, just to try to help me kind of think things through. And I swear to you, over the course of these 7 months, it I have been down an emotional roller coaster, pretty much. I mean, I have cried so many tears. I have dealt with a lot of mental anguish trying to, handle me. And I tell you, this is probably one of the hardest things to endure, simply because, I wouldn't wish this for nobody, to endure a death of their spouse, pretty much. And it's one of those types of things that it's literally written in the matrimony. I mean, literally, till death do us part, which you can kind of understand that truthfully. But during that time when it was literally, the 31st, well, I kind of draw it back a little bit. I was already facing a very deep realization that my wife was no longer here. And I had literally contemplated suicide, pretty much. Had came home, and my children weren't here, of course. But the one thing that I can say is that, I don't know, I may have been so exhausted to the point where I literally passed out, not knowing what was going on and things of that nature. So I mean, I had people trying to contact me, and had like 50 text messages, and had probably 20 missed calls, and I'm like, they were just like, "Are you okay? What is wrong?" I mean, and luckily I did not make the grave mistake that I was trying to do, but as of now, just going through the motions of things and looking back, and up to now, I'm like mentally okay, but I am emotionally shattered, if that makes sense. Um, it just tells you who you are, in a way, to the point where you're like, okay, I can handle anything. And, all of a sudden, life just throws this hard fastball your way that can literally just rock you off. It can just literally knock you off to the point where your whole world is turned upside down. And the one thing that I can say is, knowing the holiday season already was like a lot going on. I mean, this would have been the first, Thanksgiving without my wife. This would have been the first Christmas holiday that my children would not have spent with their mother. And I go through something in the beginning of the year called the gauntlet, which it's a extensive line of events that literally connect each, event to the next. Prime example, you know, her birthday was January 16th. We first met January 29th. Then February 14th, Valentine's Day. And then February 18th was our wedding anniversary. So altogether, that is 17 years. 17 invested years that I literally don't have next to me anymore. So it hurts. I mean, it truly hurts. It is just, I just put into retrospect that I am here for those two little girls in my home right now. And it's one of those types of feelings where, I mean, back in the day, I did shed a tear that easily, but now let me see or hear a memory or see something that draws up a memory. I really will. I can feel those tears already coming. And in the limelight of things, I miss the hell out of my wife right now. You um, I just sit back and I dwell on what I could have done, to prevent it, any of this. And from how they explain it to me, no matter what I could have done, it would have still brought out this outcome. So I'm just like, no, there could have been something, but I still kind of feel guilty. But the way I see it, it will be one of those days that I'll sit back and will think about and probably share a story with my girls when they get older and just basically let them know like, hey, I did the best I can. I took care of you. I literally did not give up on you. I basically did all that I could as a single father to make sure that you got what you got and not hold you back from it. And a lot of people literally will tell me straight out, they're like, you got more strength than you think to endure what you're enduring. And I just tell them I just live it day by day, um, and handle my business accordingly. Not because I have to, it's because I must. I can't just give up and do nothing. And that's where I kind of separated myself from a lot of things that I endured or enjoyed. More like I had big gaming as much. I had kind of stepped out of the scene with the GGL for a little bit. I just didn't feel that passion there because a lot of how I was during that time was in a particular part. I'd say it was more in a particular frame of mind that I was in, and I couldn't focus the way I wanted to. And I think a lot of it took its toll on work for me a little bit, but it was something that I couldn't stop doing. Um, Still having to handle, business with the services, and the hell, that alone was like, oh my gosh, that was so mind jarring because I pretty much there was almost no funeral, simply because of a lot of things that did not go as planned. But me, I handled my business and I did what I had to do. Um, my wife did have a service. She had everything that she needed. Um, I did get her cremated as she wished, and I'm gonna tell you, it's one of those types of grief that you would think that people go through, and people grieve in so many different ways that it is your comfort. It is the way you want to handle grieving for your loved one. Um, so I just pick up the pieces to the point where I'm just like not wanting to separate myself from her, so to speak. Um, I have been going around working, and I literally carry a small urn with her remains in it, and I literally take it with me no matter where I go. And because I don't want to be separated from her, when in the limelight of things, she's with me no matter what, no matter what frame of the day, no matter what time, she's with me no matter what. And it's one of those, in my eye, it's one of those dreams that you fight to wake up from, but you just want to like stay awoke and don't want to go to sleep. I don't classify this as like being a nightmare because it's not. Um, but I just try to, voice out my feelings a little bit more, and that's why I made the call. I made that call to say, you know what, it's time. It's time to get back into the podcast. It's time to get back into the GGL. It's time to get ready because within the next couple of months, no, right, not a couple. Well, I'll still say the couple of months because it is just the 1st of March. So we still we still got probably like almost say 2 months almost before the next event, which will be in Vegas at the Level Up Expo. Um, I will be attending. I've already gotten my ticket, my plane ticket, my Level Up Expo pass. I have everything prepped, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see what I've been missing. I'm ready to finally give Mr. Sparks his birthday gift from last year. Um, because I will be rocking those GGL custom made sneakers that I had created. And I really hope he enjoys his pair. Mine are white, his are black. So um, I hope he really enjoys it. But I just, I kind of miss doing it. I kind of miss everybody. I didn't want nobody worrying about me. I just wanted to, kind of put some things or lay some things down. Um, so as of today and onward, we're going to try to produce as much content leading up to, um, I would say, leading up to Vegas. So we're on the road to Vegas. Uh, and each and every Sunday around this time, we'll be trying to, um, build more content and make some new interviews. I know that we got a lot of more people in the GGL now, and that gives us a perfect opportunity to, get to know new faces, get to dig around in people's heads and dust off the hot seat because I know the hot seat has just been just sitting and looming, um, and I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that I appreciate each and everybody checking in on me, things of that nature. Um, but I mean, this is not really going to be anything overextended. Um, I'm like hella excited. Uh, for one, that I can experience this new journey, so to speak. I mean, I would say, yeah, this would be a journey. This most definitely would be a journey. So, um, I haven't heard. I mean, I've heard from Judgment. I heard from Judgment actually yesterday. Um, he's handling his business the way he should. Um, for me, I think I have this. I've gotten into this. I guess you could say this um, trend of bowling now, whereas like I go to bowling every Thursday morning, play about 6 games, and then go home. Uh, I've been kind of playing around with different titles. I know I'll be getting the WWE 2K26 that releases within the next couple of months. Um, I will be getting. Oh well, let me think. It's some other titles that I'm looking forward to. I've tried that marathon. I just can't. Um, I can't. I just no. Um, I mean, like I said, there's other titles that I'm looking to invest in. Since now that I have a PS5, I can explore a little bit more. Um, but just taking a look back at things, I've kind of come to my old self, so to speak. I'm starting to feel like my old self, and this is going to be a long. This is going to be some long healing, but I'm slowly trying to regain my happiness. I really am. So I appreciate each and every one at the Global Gaming League, the community. Mike, thank you so very much for checking in on me. Um, I said I'll be back eventually, but as far as right now, I'm not gonna let this pod be too extensive. Um, just wanted to just to let everybody know that I'm back and ready to get back to work. All right, so it's not really the same when you don't have a crowd. This is just me just talking through everything, and more so like I put myself in the hot seat, which every now and then I'm kind of glad, I wouldn't mind being put in the hot seat every now and then, but this kind of rejuices up one of my old topics. Who is Sinister Jones? Well, and I know I did that video probably 6 years ago. So a lot has changed in those 6 years. And really, really, things have changed within those 6 years. And I know things would change even more within the rest of this year. But just got to stay mindful and stay prayed up and think positive, because I believe what I might do within YouTube and within TikTok. Don't really mess with Twitter that much anymore, but start posting some, like motivational things, especially for for circumstances like this, because, like I said, grief is not an easy thing to manage. Um, Being a widower, damn sure it's not easy. I just tell people, just don't give up on yourself, on those that you take care of, because a lot of people can learn from people like us. And I don't mind sharing some of that wisdom with other people. But enough about that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it loose for this entry. Like I said, we will be starting things back as of next Sunday around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So I hope that everybody tunes in, enjoying yourselves, making those memories, and just have fun. That's all I got to say. Just have fun. Well, this is Sinister Jones with this brief podcast signing out. Make sure that you all take care of each other, yourselves, and I will check on you all next week as we will have someone new in the hot seat. You all stay blessed and have a good night.